So believe it or not, I haven't always looked this good, been this confident, or had this much stuff going for me. And yes, I'm being sarcastic, but what I'm getting at is when I was younger, I went through my fair share of identity crises, and some of those consisted of having a very unfortunate side part, putting eyeliner on before I went to school, and putting on overalls that were too tight on me for some reason. Throughout that time, people would give a whole bunch of advice like, just fake it till you make it. Be confident, just be who you are. But that's really hard to do when you don't know who you are and you kind of don't really like who you are anyway. Someone said something to me that I'll never forget, and unfortunately I do forget who said it, but what they said was, when things get hard or stakes get raised, more often than not, the most repeated action will dictate what happens next. And that's just a really philosophical, smart dude way to say we are habitual creatures, and those habits that get formed are very hard to break. Same reason why when it comes to New Year's, everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna start my New Year's resolution, I'm gonna go to the gym, and oh, I'm gonna eat better. 90% of those people, I would feel confident putting money on the fact that you're gonna stop, because you have programmed your brain to wait until a certain date. Alright, if you're making a New Year's resolution, that means you've had things that you've thought about and you haven't taken action on them. You're just like, oh, I'll just do it then, I'll just do it then, I'll just do it then. And by this point, you're so far in that it's really, really hard to break those habits, right? This can be a blessing and a curse. It's like the sailboats in the wind. And I don't really understand how sailboats work, but what I think of is, you know, there's a boat in the ocean, right? And the wind's coming. You can either let that wind take you in the direction you want to go by adjusting your sail a little bit so it pushes you, you know, north, even though the wind is technically blowing west, but your sail's facing west. I don't really know. You can either adjust your sail for the wind to push you in a direction you want to go, or you can just be like, nothing matters. The wind will take me wherever it wants to. And then you end up in the Bermuda Triangle like 700 feet under or whatever. It's very important that you get your habits under control. And, you know, I'm saying this with a pretty dirty room. You know, I'm not going to point the camera down because, you know, I have a bad habit of not putting my laundry away. But, you know, there are certain things in my life that I am very proud of, that I have created habits for. I exercise, I eat pretty healthy, and I'm somewhat outgoing, and I do try and talk to people when I can, you know, I'm kind of social, whatever. And I do have my favorite thing to do, which is, you know, make videos. And these are things that people almost everywhere will be like, if you want to feel better about yourself, do these 3 things. Eat good, exercise, and, you know, do something creative, right? And I found this thing down here, the creative outlet, that has somehow overpowered completely these other things. So when I'm not doing this, I hate doing everything else. And this is kind of like a double-edged sword. I feel like I waited half my life to, you know, find something that I'm passionate about, something that gives me purpose. I'm just like, please, it feels like people have things they like. I have nothing that I like. And I'm trying new things and I don't really like them, you know? And I finally have this. And this right here, this interaction between me and you. And this is my favorite thing to do on the planet. With that, it comes with the existential, terrible dread feeling when you can't do it. Something that's so powerful that is really hard for me to explain to people. They kind of just look at me like I'm insane because I'll be like, hey man, when I'm not making videos, I want to myself. And they're like, yeah, I think you have serious problems. But it's not because not making videos makes me want to die or whatever. It's that when I'm making videos, I feel like I'm doing exactly what I meant to do. It feels so perfect and so amazing. It makes my life feel like this is the best. Yeah, I'm so happy to be alive. Yeah, this is amazing. And then when it's done, it's just like it just sucks the value out of everything else. So I'm trying to like get used to that feeling and really trying to like ride the wave in that sense, because, you know, it does keep me consistent. It does keep me pushing forward. It doesn't even let me get to a point where I don't want to make a video. It only allows for me to want to make more videos, so I stop feeling less shitty, and that in turn will lead to more results, getting better at making videos, you know, hopefully more people watching the videos. And that's something that is very new to me that I've just started to experience, you know, I won't lie to you, it's been a little bit difficult to adjust to. Especially because, you know, where I live at, it's snowing, and it's not just snowing where it's like, oh, pretty snow. It's also like 2 degrees outside, so it makes doing everything outside unbearable and pretty ugly, in my opinion. You know what, here's a video. I went out in the 2-degree weather for like an hour, and I got this video. Isn't this awesome? Wow, so worth it. But it sucks because there's external factors that get in the way, real life stuff. And it sucks when you can't do anything about it, or it seems like you can't do anything about it. It's all about finding like a workaround, right? You find something you love to do, it's right here, and then it's like, you don't get to do that. And you're like, you gotta find a way to be like, I got there anyway. And for me, that's, you know, putting up a camera, putting on a giant tripod and talking to it in my room instead of outside or anywhere else that I'd film a video. I'm trying my best to be like optimistic about things and be grateful for things, but it's really hard when, you know, I don't live a life that I'm necessarily proud of. It's taken a really long time just to get to the point of like starting something and then getting better at it and then seeing results. The amount of stuff that has gone into even making this video, the amount of things I've had to go through and feelings I've had to feel to get here, you probably would never ever take that deal, but I feel like we're just at the beginning, right? So we got a long road ahead of us. Either way, you know, I'm gonna show up my best and do my absolute best every video to make better and better and better. And this goes for, you know, anyone listening. It doesn't have to be with videos, but you gotta keep pushing, unfortunately, and you have to keep doing better and better and better. And this goes with anything. You want to be like undeniably good, and then people will start to recognize you. You'll start to see like opportunities pop up. Oh, what's this? And I'm not saying that you have to be good at something. Some people are born with it naturally, who just have like, you know, good skills off the bat, but you can also learn it. And hard work beats talent when talent stops working, okay? So keep that in mind. Anyone just trying to, you know, live a life that's different than the one you're currently living, just know I'm right here working with you, and I'm not stopping anytime soon, and you shouldn't either. I know it gets so hard. Trust me, I know. I literally feel it right now when I'm making this video. What I will tell you though is that it is gonna pay off. And you wanna know how I know that? Because I'm gonna make it pay off because of the amount of effort and belief that I have in myself. And you need to put effort and belief into yourself too, because that's how you guarantee results. Sorry I had to reuse a bunch of footage. Like I said, the weather's terrible, and you know, trust me, I'm more upset about it than you are. But I tried my best to put an interesting and unique spin on it, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you. Thank you for all the support. Can we hit 600 subs? Potentially? I love you. I'll see you in the next video, okay? See ya.